दादा श्याम साधु वासवानी सेंटर चेन्नई जे पारां नाचिस जवाहर कोटवाणी देश विदेश में प्यारे दादा जा जेके भी श्रद्धालु अनुयायी प्यारा भक्त उन्हनि प्यारी माताउनि प्यारनि बुजुर्गनि प्यारी भेनरुनि प्यारनि भाउरनि नौजवान साथी ऐं नंढनि गुरनि ॿारनि जे कमल चरण ते सर झुकाए करे दादा श्याम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम। प्यारी भेनरूं प्यारा भाउरो, दादा प्यारा दादा मिठड़ा दादा असांजा उहे अमूलक हीरा आहिनि। असां उन्हनि जे साम्हूं कुझु कौड़ी बि न आहियूं। प्यारे दादा जी महिमा जो केतिरो गुणगान कजे ओतिरो घटि आहे। प्यारा दादा आहिनि असांजा दुलारा, असांजी अखियुनि जा तारा, जेके खिलंदे खिलंदे असांखे ध्यानु कराईंदा आहिनि, सिमरन कराईंदा आहिनि, भक्ति कराईंदा आहिनि। दादा चवंदा आहिनि तव्हांजो जीवन कोरो कागज़ आहे, हिकु साफ़ आसमान। उन कोरे कागज़ ते तव्हां सचमुच पंहिंजे जीवन जो सही अर्थ लिखणु चाहियो था उहो बि था लिखी सघो, ऐं जीवन खे अगरि व्यर्थ करिणो अथव त उहो बि लिखी था सघो। उहा ई कलम आहे, उहे ई अल्फ़ाबेटिक्स आहिनि। अगरि ज़िंदगी खे ख़राब शब्दनि में लिखण था चाहियो त उनजी जेकी वर्णमाला थींदी आहे, अल्फ़ाबेटिक्स थींदा आहिनि, उहे सेम ई थींदा आहिनि। ऐं जेकी सुठी ज़िंदगी आहे उनजी वर्णमाला अल्फ़ाबेटिक्स सेम थींदा आहिनि। उन आकाश में इंद्रधनुष कलर भरण जो कम बि तव्हांजो आहे। प्यारे दादा जूं केतिरियूं सिखियाऊं आहिनि, त हिन जे करे अॼु तव्हांजो स्वागत आहे ग्लोबल सत्संग में। ग्लोबल सत्संग में अॼु असांजा प्यारा दिलबर जेके एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली ऑफ दादा आहे, ऑल द वे फ्रॉम अमेरिका, सेंट थॉमस आइलैंड जा ऐं जकार्ता जा जेके गेस्ट आहिनि तव्हांजे साम्हूं ईंदा। लेकिन सभ खां पहिरीं उन प्रभुअ जो नालो वठी करे असांजो जेको सुहिणो प्रोटोकॉल आहे असीं शुरूआति था कयूं। सभ खां पहिरीं गीता जो श्लोक, तंहिंखां पोइ आरती, ऐं उन खां पोइ नूरी ग्रंथ जो वचन वठंदासीं। मां सभिनी खे रिक्वेस्ट थो कयां त सभु हिन में सहभागी थींदा। दादा श्याम।
Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter the 12th, shlokas 13 to 20, translated from the original Sanskrit into English rhymed verse by Gurudev Sadhu Vaswani. The Blessed Lord said, "Who hateth none, from self is free, in pleasure pain has poised mind, and is compassionate and kind. My best beloved saint is he, who dedicateth unto me his mind and reason, is content, controlled, his life still in me blent. My best beloved saint is he, who harms no bird nor beast nor flea, and doth not feel disturbed here by any, and is freed of fear. My best beloved saint is he, who nothing wants, doth work for me, yet is from work detached, serene, well balanced, unperplexed and clean. My best beloved saint is he, who fixed in faith and love on me, doth dote on me, yet scorneth none, and fruits of labor all doth shun. My best beloved saint is he, who is alike in pain and glee, in fame and shame, in cold and heat, to foe and friend in strength defeat. My best beloved saint is he, who bears blame, praise, is passion free, who homeless is and firm in mind, in silent love who life doth find. My best beloved saint is he, They who this nectar drink of me, and know the law that giveth life, and cling to faith away from strife, my best beloved saint is he. Om Tat Sat. Thus endeth chapter the 12th of the Bhagavad Gita, entitled Bhakti Yoga, or the Yoga of Devotion.
Om Jai Jai Jogeshwar Hare, Tinje Mer में मन मरे. Om Jai Jai Jogeshwar Hare, Tinje Mer में मन मरे. वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती. धूप बार्यम ज्योत जलायम, गीत गायम तोखे पुकारयम. अथम पाती अपरूर, तू ईंदे ईंदे जरूर. वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती. ईंदे छोड़ी की न छॾींदे, वठी हलंदे साण. हूंदे अंजलीअ सां, तू हमेशा हाण. वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती. ओम जय जय जोगेश्वर हरे, तुझे मेर में मन मरे. ओम जय जय जोगेश्वर हरे, तुझे मेर में मन मरे. वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती, वेठी करया तुझी आरती.
दादा श्याम अंजलि संग्रह जो वचन सुफ़ो 840 दर्शन दीदार. परे खां आयस तो वट प्यारा, कमल मुख रोशन मिलियो दर्शन दीदारा. खिन में आखिन में थी दिलरी बहार, पसी सूरत तुंहिंजी नीह निहार. तुंहिंजनि अखरनि अखरियूं केॾो न प्यार. सहा से दिलुनि जो आहीं तूं त दिलदार. त्याग तपस्या जी तस्वीर आई, सुकृत जा कम करी पियो सदाई. नूरीअ जे दिल जो आहीं तूं प्यारो, अंजलिअ जो आधार ऊंदाए में तारो. नूरीअ जे दिल जो आहीं तूं प्यारो, अंजलिअ जो आधार ऊंदाए में तारो। दादा श्याम।
दादा श्याम साधु वासवानी सेंटर चेन्नई जे तरफ़ां हिकु दफ़ो वरी तव्हांजो स्वागत आहे। अॼु हिन ग्लोबल सत्संग में ग्लोब जा सेंट थॉमस हिकु सुहिणो आइलैंड आहे USA में। उन जा सुहिणा महिमान स्पीकर्स ऐं जकार्ता जा स्पीकर सुठा भॼन ॻाइण वारा तव्हांजे साम्हूं अॼु असां पेश करे रहिया आहियूं। लेकिन इहे अहिड़ा सुहिणा गुल आहिनि, जेको गुलाब जो गुल हूंदो आहे उहो डंडीअ जे मथां हूंदो आहे, पर उन जी जेकी डंडी हूंदी आहे उहा रूट्स में हूंदी आहे। रूट्स जो मतिलबु आहे असांजे प्यारे दादा जो उन गार्डन जो गुल जेको हमेशह खिलंदो रहंदो आहे। इन्हनि खे ध्यान, सिमरन, भक्ति, सेवा केतिरी दादा जूं रहमतूं आहिनि, तॾहिं त इहे देश विदेश में खिलनि था पिया गुलाब जे गुल वांगुरु। दादा जी एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली, इहो एक्सटेंडेड परिवार केतिरा ई दफ़ा दादा जा महिमा गुणगान ॻाए थकजंदा न आहिनि। अॼु असांजो सौभाग्य आहे सभ खां पहिरीं तव्हांखे वठी था हलूं जकार्ता, इंडोनेशिया, जिते प्यारे दादा जो ॾाढो लाडलो जॾहिं हू हिते मिशन में हूंदो हो त हुन हिकिड़ो जेको शुकराना जो भॼन ॻायो, उहो एॾो त ब्लॉकबस्टर, एॾो त हिट थी वियो, मञो जेके असां जूं फीलिंग्स आहिनि, असांजा जेके श्रद्धा आहे, असांजो जेको भाव आहे दादा जे प्रति, उन प्रभु जे प्रति, उन शुकराना भॼन में अची वियो। अहिड़ो मिठड़ो जंहिंजे मथां खोड़ खोड़ आसीस आहे, जंहिंजो नालो ई आशीष आहे। त मां हथ अदब जा ॿधी करे स्वागत थो कयां जकार्ता जे प्यारे भाउ आशीष थदानी।
दादा श्याम, दादा श्याम।
दादा श्याम, आशीष भाउ कीअं आहियो?
So, bilkul, all is well by Dada's blessings. So nice to see you. It's my pleasure to be with you all again.
Same
Thank
here,
you
brother.
so much.
Same here, Dada Sham. And Ashish, before we start, I want to
जी
know, तव्हांजो नालो ई आशीष आहे, असां आशीष घुरंदा आहियूं दादा खां, त अहिड़ो मूंखे किस्सो या अहिड़ो इंसिडेंट ॿुधायो, प्यार ॿुधायो जेको तव्हांजे मथां हमेशह ई इंसिडेंट जेको तव्हां खां विसरंदो न आहे, बिफोर वी स्टार्ट योर भजन्स।
श्योर। हिकिड़ो मां इंसिडेंट मूंखे आहिनि त मतिलबु मुंहिंजा अनगिनत इंसिडेंट्स आहिनि दादा सां गॾु, अनगिनत एक्सपीरियंसिस आहिनि मुंहिंजा। बट हिकिड़ो एक्सपीरियंस मूंखे यादि अचे थो, जॾहिं मुंहिंजी पहिरीं धीउ ॼाई हुई त हॉस्पिटल मां अचण खां पोइ थोरे टाइम खां पोइ असीं हुनखे सत्संग में वठी विया हुआसीं। हुन टाइम ते दादा जो बर्थडे हो। दादा जे बर्थडे में तमामु माण्हू थींदा आहिनि, भीड़ थींदी आहिनि, माण्हू गजनि जे लाइ हू थींदा आहिनि। त असांजे दादा जी स्पीच खां पोइ असीं वेठा हुआसीं हेठि, ऐं मुंहिंजी धीउ मुंहिंजी वाइफ जी हंज में हुई। त आउट ऑफ ऑल सो मेनी पीपल आउट देयर, मतिलबु हू पुठियां हुई, हू कॾहिं अॻियां कोन, हू चवंदी हुई भई ॿाहिरां जो आया आहिनि, हुननि खे पहिरीं मौक़ो ॾियूं दादा जो दर्शन करण जो। असीं त डेली कंदा आहियूं हुते आहियूं। त हू पुठियां हुई, हुनखे कोठे आई, मुंहिंजी धीअ खे खणे आई एंड वठी हलणु शुरू कयईं स्टेज ते, धीअ खे हंज में दादा। And that was the biggest one of the biggest blessings, of Dada. There are so many blessings. Whatever I am today, whatever I have achieved is all because of him. The training मूंखे कराई आहे दादा हुन टाइम ते। मां गिटार अची खणी आयो हुअसि पहिरीं भेरे सत्संग में, तो एवरीबडी वॉज के हई गिटार छो खणी आयो, ही त ही छा अंग्रेजी टाइप जो आहे माण्हू। पोइ दादा ने गिटार खे नालो चयो कि हीअ अंग्रेजी कोन्हे, हीअ इंस्ट्रूमेंट जो आहे, हिकु तारो चइबो आहे। मगर हुनखे चयईं तन का तंबूरो खणियो अथई, तंबूरो।
ऐं उन भजननि खे तव्हां फ्यूज़न ऐं मॉडर्नाइज़ करे करे यूथ आइकॉन तव्हां बणिजी विया हुया। ऐं तव्हांजो जेको शुकराना जो भजन आहे
दादा ने डायरेक्ट कयो भई, दादा डायरेक्ट कयो मूंखे भई, जीअं बि हुन चयो भई मूंखे फ्यूजन जे लाइ डायरेक्ट कयईं, मां फ्यूजन मूं कयो।
हींअर इंडोनेशिया में जकार्ता में दादा जो सिमरन कीअं कयो? तव्हां सेंटर ते वेंदा आहियो डेली?
हाँ सेंटर में वेंदा आहियूं असीं। हिते हिकिड़ो सिंगर ॿियो बि आहे मिस्टर केतन करे सेंटर में हिते जो तमामु सुंदर सिंगर आहे। इंडियन क्लासिकल जी बि नॉलेज तमामु सुठी आहे हुनखे। हू आहे जबकि सिंधी कोन्हे तॾहिं बि सिंधी गीत ईअं ॻाईंदो आहे जीअं बिल्कुलु मतिलबु बाय बर्थ सिंधी आहे अहिड़ो।
कीअं हाणे
पर असीं
बिफोर वी स्टार्ट मां बैक स्क्रीन वञा पर मां तव्हांखे ॿुधण थो चाहियां हिकिड़ो तव्हां कीअं था
ज़रूरु
ॻायो।
ज़रूरु
तव्हां
ज़रूरु
रंजना भेण ऐं चङनि ॼणनि जा सुठा कॉम्प्लीमेंट अचनि वेठा स्टार्ट में ई तव्हांजे लाइ।
ज़रूरु ज़रूरु ज़रूरु। दादा श्याम शरणम मम दादा श्याम शरणम मम दादा श्याम शरणम मम सांसों की माला में सिमरूं मैं तेरा नाम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम। सांसों की माला में सिमरूं मैं तेरा नाम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम शरणम मम दादा श्याम शरणम मम दादा श्याम शरणम मम।
मां चाहींदुमि तव्हांजी कंटिन्यूटी ब्रेक न थिए। बैक स्क्रीन चवंदुमि मूंखे तव्हां बैक स्क्रीन करो ऐं फुल मेडली फुल स्क्रीन आशीष भैया खे ॾियो छाकाणि त देश विदेश ॿुधण थो चाहे असांजे प्यारे आशीष खे दादा जे प्यारे। थैंक यू दादा श्याम। रेडी 1 2 3
दादा श्याम। शुक्राना है खुदा हर पल तेरा शुक्राना शुक्राना है खुदा हर पल तेरा शुक्राना। ये जीवन है तेरा नजराना ये जीवन है तेरा नजराना साथ हो या निंदा गाए हो तराना शुक्राना है खुदा हर पल तेरा शुक्राना। सेहत या बीमार हो गरीब या माला माल हो खुशी का गम हो या गम रजा है तेरी राजी रहे हम रजा है तेरी राजी रहे हम शुक्राना है खुदा हर पल तेरा शुक्राना। लाभ हो या हानि सुख हो या परेशानी लाभ हो या हानि सुख हो या परेशानी सब तेरी मेहरबानी अगली निहारे नूर नूरानी अगली निहारे नूर नूरानी अगली निहारे नूर नूरानी शुक्राना है खुदा हर पल तेरा शुक्राना। ये जीवन तेरा नजराना ये जीवन है तेरा नजराना साख हो या निंदा गाए तराना शुक्राना है खुदा हर पल तेरा शुक्राना। शुक्राना है खुदा, हर पल तेरा शुक्राना, हर पल तेरा शुक्राना, हर पल तेरा शुक्राना, हर पल तेरा शुक्राना। गोविंद 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 रे, गोपाल 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 गोविंद रे, गोविंद 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 रे, गोपाल 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 गोविंद रे, गोपाल रे, गोविंद रे, गोपाल रे, गोपाल रे, गोविंद 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 गोपाल रे। नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, गोविंद 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 गोपाल रे, गोविंद 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 गोपाल रे। पाप हरेगा, ताप हरेगा, पावन पावन सुंदर हरि का नाम, पावन पावन सुंदर हरि का नाम। पाप हरेगा, ताप हरेगा, पाप हरेगा, ताप हरेगा, पावन पावन सुंदर हरि का नाम, पावन पावन सुंदर हरि का नाम। नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, गोविंद 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 रे, गोपाल 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 गोविंद। शांति वो देगा, शक्ति वो देगा, शांति वो देगा, शांति वो देगा, शक्ति वो देगा, पावन भवन सुंदर हरि का नाम, पावन भवन सुंदर हरि का नाम। नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल, गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल, गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल, गोविंद 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 गोपाल रे, गोविंद 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 गोपाल रे। भक्ति वो देगा, मुक्ति वो देगा, पावन भवन सुंदर हरि का नाम, पावन भवन सुंदर हरि का नाम। भक्ति वो देगा, मुक्ति वो देगा, भक्ति वो देगा, मुक्ति वो देगा, पावन भवन सुंदर हरि का नाम, पावन भवन सुंदर हरि का नाम। नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे। ओ नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, ओ नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, नाम लियो रे, हरि का मंगलकारी नाम लियो रे। गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, ओ राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, गोविंद बोलो बोलो गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो बोलो गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि, राधा रमण हरि, राधा रमण हरि, राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो। दादा श्याम, दादा श्याम। अमर में जी मोकल दे, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं, अमर में जी मोकल दे, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं। लोकन जी मुखे नाए परवा, चरण कमल में पाऊं पाऊं, लोकन जी मुखे नाए परवा, चरण कमल में पाऊं पाऊं। आहे उतने जो मोहन मुरारी, मिलकर मिलकर मैं रिझाऊं, मिलकर मिलकर मैं जाऊं। अमर मीठी मोकल दे, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं, अमर मीठी मोकल दे, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं। सोना धागा मुझे सी डोरी, उनसे ही डोरा मैं झुलाऊं। सोना धागा मुझे सी डोरी, उनसे ही डोरा मैं झुलाऊं। ना कुछ पीऊं ना खाऊं, ना कुछ पीऊं ना खाऊं, नाम विठल का नूरी गाऊं, नाम विठल का नूरी गाऊं, नाम विठल का नूरी गाऊं, नाम विठल का नूरी गाऊं। अमर मेरी मोकल दे, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं, अमर मेरी मोकल दे, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं, अमर मेरी मोकल दे, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं, जमुना किनारे में जाऊं जाऊं। दादा श्याम। फकीरा 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 मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान क्या मस्तान। फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान क्या मस्तान। वे हस्ती आई मस्ती, वे हस्ती आई मस्ती, हुस्न हो में क्या हैरान, हुस्न हो में क्या हैरान। फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान क्या मस्तान। विजाए पाण तिन पहजो, विजाए तिन सारो संसार। विजाए पाण तिन पहजो, विजाए तिन सारो संसार। नशे एक नूर जे में, नशे एक नूर जे में, वहदत जो कयो वहवार, वहदत जो कयो वहवार। फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान क्या मस्तान। नकी हेडा नकी होडा, हैरत में निहार था। वली ओल्या जिकत मन में, वली ओल्या जिकत मन में, सजन सदके विकामन था, सजन सदके विकामन था। फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान क्या मस्तान। फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान क्या मस्तान। हकीकत साहजी परवा खुर कंधड़ो कपायन था। हकीकत साहजी परवा खुर कंधड़ो कपायन था। चूमी जाऊं चढ़ी सूली, चूमी जाऊं चढ़ी सूली, बनी दूरी तपायन था, बनी दूरी तपायन था, बनी दूरी तपायन था, बनी दूरी तपायन था। फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान बेई हस्ती आई मस्ती, बेई हस्ती आई मस्ती, हुस्न हुए क्या हैरान, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, फकीरा मौज में गुम थी, क्या मस्तान, क्या मस्तान, क्या मस्तान, क्या मस्तान, क्या मस्तान, क्या मस्तान। कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, प्रेम बिना ना पुष्प को दूजा, प्रेम बिना ना पुष्प को दूजा, कैसे करूं है कैसे करूं, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा। ना कोई पोथी ना पुस्तक जानो, ना कोई पोथी ना पुस्तक जानो, प्रेम बिना ना को ग्रंथ पछानो, प्रेम बिना ना को ग्रंथ पछानो, कैसे करूं है कैसे करूं, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा। ना कोई बाजाना कोई सितारा, ना कोई बाजाना कोई सितारा, एक तेरे तलब में तन का तबूरा, एक तेरे तलब में तन का तबूरा, कैसे करूं है कैसे करूं है कैसे करूं है कैसे करूं, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा। वास न कोई ना कोई थोपा, वास न कोई ना कोई थोपा, ध्यान धरूं एक रूप अनुपा, ध्यान धरूं एक रूप अनुपा, नूरी निमाणी ना कोई बीना, नूरी निमाणी ना कोई बीना, दरवेशा दर की राखूं रीना, दरवेशा दर की राखूं रीना, राखूं रीना, राखूं रीना। कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, प्रेम बिना ना पुष्प को दूजा, प्रेम बिना ना पुष्प को दूजा, कैसे करूं है, कैसे करूं है, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, ओ कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा, कैसे करूं कन्हैया तेरी पूजा।
ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट। आशीष जी, शायद वाईफाई जो प्रॉब्लम अथनि, मां ॿुधाए छॾां, आशीष जी सो ब्लिसफुल एंड सो सोलफुल। हिन ग्लोबल सत्संग खे अॼु तव्हां 4 चांद लॻाए छॾिया, छाकाणि त मिशन मां असां सभिनी जी प्यारी दीदी गुलशन एंड उन्हनि तव्हांखे आसीस कई आहे। नाइस टू हियर यू। एंड असांजा दीदी जेके आहिनि कोमल बख्शानी USA जा, स्नेहा वाधवा, सपना मेलवानी एंड अशोक लालवानी, मोहन जुम्मानी, केतिरा ई भाउर भेनरूं तव्हांखे, नैंस बुधरानी, सभिनी जा सुठा सुठा तव्हांखे अॼु कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स आशीष खे आशीसूं था ॾियनि पिया। सो नाइस, थैंक यू सो मच आशीष। नारायणदास पहलाजानी साहब, आशीष जी जे तरफ़ां तव्हांखे बि धन्यवाद। दादा श्याम, अचो आशीष खे धन्यवाद ॾियण खां पोइ, उन्हनि जा सोलफुल भॼन ॿुधण खां पोइ अॼु मनोहर जुमानी साहब अची विया आहिनि। हीअ असांजा चेन्नई जा प्यारा हिकु पिलर आहिनि। अचो हींअर सेंट थॉमस रुख था कयूं। सेंट थॉमस हिकु ब्यूटीफुल आइलैंड आहे USA जो। उते जेको उन आइलैंड जी प्रकृतिअ सां प्यार कंदड़ आहे मिसिस कविता ऐं मिस्टर चंद्रू सखरानी, ऐं उन्हनि जी जेकी इंटेलिजेंट, ॾाढी स्मार्ट उन्हनि जी बेबी आहे, न्याणी, उन्हनि जी डॉटर वंदना मोहिनानी। केतिरा ई दफ़ा उन्हनि दादा खे होस्ट कयो आहे उन सुहिणे आइलैंड ते। उन्हनि खे सेवा जो अवसर मिलियो आहे, दादा खे लाइफ टाइम लाइ जिन समर्पित कयो आहे। मूंखे सौभाग्य आहे भई अॼु मुंहिंजी जेकी प्यारी भेण आहे मार्शा वाधवा, मां उन्हनि खे रिक्वेस्ट कंदुसि त असांजा जेके इहे प्यारा गेस्ट आहिनि उन्हनि सां एंकरिंग मुंहिंजी जॻह ते होस्ट जेके थी करे उन्हनि सां इंटरेक्शन करण लाइ, ऐं उन्हनि जे दिलि जे दॿिलीअ में जेके दादा जूं मिठड़ियूं यादूं आहिनि उहे असां सभिनी खे ॿुधाइण जे लाइ मां भेण मार्शा वाधवा खे रिक्वेस्ट कंदुमि स्क्रीन ते अचनि। एंड दादा श्याम दीदी,
Dada Sham Jwar uncle. Dada Sham.
कीअं आहियो? मज़े में आहियो?
All good. Yes.
All good. तव्हांजी सिंधी थोड़ी इंग्लिश प्रॉपर हल्दी आहे। You are very comfortable
With
in English language.
yes.
So nice. So on my behalf, you are as a host and co-anchor on behalf of Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai, I request you, please welcome our guest and you interact with them. Thank you so much, Dada Sham.
Dada Sham. Thank you, Jwar uncle. It is truly a blessing to be here today. First, my deepest gratitude to our beloved Dada, to whom we owe everything, and to our Didi Krishna, who is our guiding light. Thank you also to the Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai for connecting us all from around the globe. Today, I am so grateful for the opportunity to speak with and learn from the Sakrani family. Uncle Chandru Sakrani, Auntie Kavita Sakrani, and their daughter Vandana Mohanani. Beloved Dada shares a sacred bond with all members of this blessed family. As you know, the Sakranis were Dada's dear hosts in St. Thomas, and they have many precious, priceless experiences with beloved Gurudev. In every aspect of their lives, be it business, career, relationships, inner journey, Dada has been their guide and their anchor. Today, we get a glimpse into their treasure trove of Dada experiences, and I am sure we all will feel Dada's everlasting, ever-living love. So the first question today is for Kavita Auntie. Kavita Auntie, your family has been blessed to spend time in Dada's divine presence. And we all know to get just a glimpse from Dada, just that smile from Dada, even to hear his sweet voice through Satsang or on the TV is a blessing in itself. But you have had his presence with you. So can you tell us a little about your experience?
Dada Sham, Marsha, I would firstly like to bow down at the lotus feet of our beloved Gurudev. My humblest pranams to our Didi Krishna. Like to thank the Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai, our anchor brother Jawahar Kotwani, and our co-anchor, amazing Marsha Wadwa. Marsha, let me start by telling you how I got connected with Dada. In 1973, I got married and came to the Sakrani family. And our Didi Leela, my sister-in-law, was very close to our beloved Bada Dada, our Dada, and the mission. And it was through her that we were really blessed and fortunate to have our engagement at the sacred Kutya and Dada's blessings at our wedding ceremony. As years passed by, Marsha, Dada's magnetic love and affection got us closer and closer to him. In 1975, we were blessed with 3 beautiful daughters who also growing up got very close to Dada, who you will hear one of them, Vandana Mohanani, sharing her memories with us. Marsha, Dada's first trip to the US was in 1984. And our Didi Leela also traveled with him at that time. And she invited Dada to come and visit her brothers in St. Thomas. St. Thomas is such a beautiful island. And we were so fortunate that on Dada's first trip, he came to St. Thomas. You can see in the pictures how beautiful St. Thomas is. Dada, the first time he came, loved St. Thomas so much that he always included the St. Thomas in all his trips when he came to the US. St. Thomas is a beautiful, beautiful island, and Dada loved the ocean and the nature around here. Dada came several times to St. Thomas, and I always had this longing in my heart that Dada could come and stay in our house. He always stayed with my eldest brother-in-law, Bau Kishu, and my dearest sister-in-law, Veena Sakrani. And I always had this wish that Dada could come and stay with us in our house. Dada, as we know, ever loving that he is, he fulfilled my wish. And then it was like a bliss in our life. Dada coming to the house was like God coming to our house. You know, my daughters, they used to love to decorate the house so beautifully for Dada. And it felt like a wedding taking place in the house. Dada, as we know, was a living, moving God in our life. He was an ocean of love and compassion and an ocean of knowledge and wisdom. He always held our hand in all our ups and downs in our life, guided us, and loved us, blessed us immensely. I always felt touching the garment, the hem of Dada's garment was like communing with God. We were so blessed by Dada. My husband and me together shared so many beautiful memories with Dada. And now he's going to continue with all our memories and miracles in our lives. Thank you. Dada Sham.
Thank you, Kavita Auntie. I mean, that relationship that you had with Dada and how he fulfilled your wish and came to stay with you in St. Thomas is just so touching and so beautiful. And it's just so joyful. And that's who Dada was, really. Chandra Uncle, like Kavita Auntie said, you two have been blessed to spend time with Dada through the decades. So can you tell us about how you got connected with Dada?
Well, as Kavita has already told you, our one and only connector was our blessed sister, Didi Leela. And it is through her that she was a link that brought us and the whole family to Bada Dada and to Dada. There is so many things that I could tell you about Didi Leela's life, but I will just quickly brief it up. Her life was a song of devotion, of Sheva, of Bhakti, of dedication. But to sum it all up, I would say that she was a Saint Mira in her Bhakti, and she was a Mother Teresa in her Sheva. We are very blessed to have a sister such as Didi Leela in our family. So this was the beginning of our journey to Bada Dada, to Dada, and then onward forward.
It's such a blessing to have somebody in your life that points you in the direction of a saint like Dada.
Yes, we are very blessed.
Yes. Didi Leela has given you that best
sister. To have a sister like that, we are very blessed. Also, all credit goes to her, and then this is where we are now. So,
oh yes, she's
all because of her. Also, all because of her, and the grace of the Master, which always is there.
Of course. Thank you, Uncle, for sharing that.
Most welcome.
Now we know that Dada is our protector. He is our guide. He is the one that holds our hands during all our ups and downs. Truly, without him, where would we be? He is our shield in life's battles and our lifeboat in life's storms. So, Chandra Uncle, is there any incident that you would like to share where Dada protected you from a difficulty?
Definitely, I will. But before I start that incident, I would like to bow down at the lotus feet of our Gurudev and seek his blessings, without which we are nothing. Our second thing that we would like to is offer our humblest pranams to our Maya, our beloved Didi Krishna Kumari, who has been with us all through all the ups and downs of our journey with Dada. And we would like to thank quickly the Sadhu Vaswani Centre of Chennai and its talented anchor, Brother Jawar Kotwani. Our namaskars to him and to the whole team of the Sadhu Vaswani Centre. And a note of wonderful and to our compare this evening, Marsha Badwa. Thank you so much, Dada Sham. Namaskars to you. And namaskars to all of Dada's family, friends, extended family, and everyone that is connected with us this evening. Dada Sham. And so now I continue with this incident. By Dada's grace, we were blessed with a very flourishing business. As you can see from the pictures, it's a jewelry store located in the heart of the jewelry district of St. Thomas, which is the mecca of the jewelry business. So it is now the day that I like to talk about is March 15th, the year 2014. Dada, if this store is, as you can see where it was, is because we had made it Dada the captain of the ship, and Dada was the pilot of the plane, and Dada also was the charioteer of the chariot. So consequently, I will continue. It was the incident that happened was on the 15th of May, the year 2014. I'm sorry, I correct that. It's 15th of March, the year 2014. Kavita and myself are in the car on the way supposedly to to be it's going to be a very busy day. And we are like about 5 to 7 minutes away from the store. And we get this frantic phone call from one of our guys in the store that there has been a massive armed robbery in our store. 7 armed assailants had entered the store in the early morning hours, I would say around 9:30 or so, and they had quickly gone to work, breaking all the showcases, and in under 2 minutes, they had escaped with a whole bunch of jewelry from the store. As I told you, that the store was very, Dada was the captain of the store, and it was all his grace that it had grown in every angle, and success was flowing and overflowing, and so were the customers, and so were the jewels. We were loaded with gold, jewelry, diamonds, and no doubt we became the target of this massive armed robbery. And within 2 minutes, these guys completely ransacked our store, ravaged it, plundered it, and they were gone. Kavita and myself got this phone call, and we are like 5-7 minutes away, about to reach the store. It's a frightened voice that told us this whole thing. We held our hand to our heart with a throbbing heart. We entered that store, and lo and behold, the first thing is that we saw everybody was safe, nobody was hurt. There we felt Dada's shield. And also that we ourselves were not in the store at the time. That was another shield of protection, which is all credit goes to our beloved Gurudev. And continuing on, the robbers had gotten away. We are walking up and down the store. The damage is unfathomable. I mean, we didn't even know, glass all over the place, confusion, chaos, a very, very horrific situation. Quickly, what do we do? The quick voice inside me told me, let's reach out to the captain of the ship. So we reached out to Dada, and we were told by Didi to stay calm and cool and composed, and I'll call you back. In the meantime, the police commissioner is in and out of the store, bystanders, neighbors, friends. It's total chaos. I mean, you can understand what's happened. 8 or 10 jewelry showcases, glass all over. We didn't even know what's going to happen next. So then, in a few minutes, as all this is happening, we get a call back from Didi Krishan that she told us, Chandru, stay calm, stay composed, and take care of yourself. And Dada is saying that he is aware of the situation, which made me feel that he is there. Dada is actually very much in the store. And then my fears start to recede. I started to get hold of myself and calm down myself. And in the meantime, within about, I would say 40 minutes from the time that this robbery had taken place, the governor of our Virgin Islands and the police commissioner walked in the store in between all the commotion and told me, Mr. Sakrani, we have very good news for you, that we have managed to abduct 5 of the 7 robbers, and we have also recovered the jewelry. I put my hand to my heart and I said, oh my God, Dada, you have saved us. And the robbers might have been thinking that they had gotten away with this huge heist, you might call it. This is something that you'll only see in the movies, not in real life. God's plan was working in the other direction. Our Dada's plan was working. He was truly the miracle of whatever happened, the recovery and everything. And the time everything was settled, we got back to fixing the store and all that. And later that year, as we went to India, we were sitting with Dada at a luncheon, and there was a doctor sitting with Dada. And Dada related this whole incident to the doctor, said this is, after graciously introducing us and telling us that we had a big jewelry store and we had a big robbery. And guess what, doctor? The governor of the Virgin Islands saved them. I looked at Dada and I said, Dr. Saab, it wasn't the governor. You're looking at the governor and God that saved us from what could have been a fatal day into a miraculous day, a day of that he saved us. Truly, this was our captain and our savior and our everything. So all credit goes to Dada. Well, what would we do without him? He was there for us.
What a story, Uncle. And I mean, first, Dada's humility to not even to know that he was behind saving you, saving your store, and to say, oh, it was the governor. I mean, it just shows who Dada truly was.
Yeah, he was a perfect picture of humility, like I have never seen none other. And he wouldn't take credit for anything. He would always say God, and he was our God actually for something like this, to make something impossible possible, because this was a huge robbery. A robbery of this magnitude had never happened on our island, and a recovery had never happened either. And not the fact that this was done at the hands of Dada, because he was the one who reached out. This was a true miracle of miracles in our life, Marsha.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Yes.
I'm sure that after this experience, your bond with Dada, that love with Dada, your longing, I mean, it just must have grown more and more and more. And so I'm curious to know, like, is there another experience where you were guided by Dada and witnessed his magic?
So what happened, Marsha, after this robbery, we were very disheartened, and we were also fatigued and tired of the day-to-day running of the business. And in the year 2017, I'm going back now, 3 years later, our island was hit by two massive hurricanes. Hurricanes are very strong systems that have a lot of wind and water. I mean, there were these winds that came, destroyed, as you can see the picture, devastated our island. We had actually two of them back to back within 10 days. And I mean, we couldn't even go down to the store for 3-4 days. The streets were all blocked to see the damage. Our home was damaged, not like what the store was. The store took a major hit. There was no way of putting it back on its feet. I don't know what happened. Another miracle happened. We did not know what to do, but our daughters had their own business, jewelry store, our family also. They somehow stepped to the plate. Dada's working all behind the scenes. And they stepped up to the plate. They said, Dad, why don't we just take over your business and move it down and combine with ours? It was all Dada. Trust me, I know. And this was like an opening, actually, which I will tell you later, a gateway to our exit route that we were looking for to spend more time with Dada. So Dada, being the captain of the ship, navigated the ship and connected the two ships, our daughter's business and ours, under one roof, which is up to today. And since we were relieved from, and we had a gateway to get out of, we started thinking of some dream travel plans that we had on our bucket list. So the very first important one was Australia. We had always dreamt of going to Australia and seeing New Zealand and Australia. So by the grace of Dada, everything was successfully merged by Dada between the two businesses, finishing all the loose ends, tying up all the loose ends and finishing some work. We headed to Australia, so to a so-called dream trip. And after landing in Australia, in Sydney, Australia, for 3-4 days, our cruise is about a day away. We got a phone call from India that our Didi Leela is in the ICU in a hospital. And this is one day before the embarkation of the ship. We got confused once again. So what do? We reached out to Dada, our pillar of strength, support, and light. Surely Dada would tell us, should we go on the ship or not? So the message came from Dada that if I had a sister like Didi Leela, I would immediately rush to her bedside, bringing with me the map of Australia. And we are like 6 hours away from embarkation of the ship. Quick decision was made. No question asked. We obeyed Dada, and we were on the way on the next flight to India. After meeting our Didi Leela in the hospital, and we went straight to Dada, who embraced us and gave us so much treasure, a treasure trove. And what happened, Didi Leela, although we did not know how critical she was, managed to survive for 2 months actually after our arriving in India. And in those 2 months, in between the hospital and being Dada, he would have us over for lunch every day. He gave us a whole treasure trove of memories, love, affection. I don't have the words to describe it. They're all kind of etched in my heart, which they're going to be there forever and ever. And it was his grace. The obedience call that I obeyed yielded to me a treasure from Dada, his blessings and his gift of his love and affection, which I was not going to get later on, because as we came back and went back in June, supposedly to be celebrating his 100th birthday, which never happened, we never even got a chance to see Dada. Dada was preparing. This was in the end of June, around 27, 28. Dada is preparing for his journey back, the journey of unity with his master, and planning is to unseen. A lot of preparations were being made worldwide, but Dada knew that he was not going to be there. So how fortunate were we that we went to India, and had we not gone, we would have not got this treasure chest of divine blessings and something that is eternally etched in our hearts. So, then, after Dada's departure from the seen to the unseen, it was very difficult to cope up with this physical loss, because Dada was always so loving. His smiles, his touch, his love-filled glances, we were attached to his physical, and we needed to move on to the spiritual plane of connection. But then we got a message from, I think it was one of Dada's last messages while he was in the scene, and the message said that my formless energy, shall pervade everywhere, and whosoever shall think of me with him or her, I shall be there. That was our answer. Dada wanted us to connect with him now. He said, I'm here and now, I haven't left you, and we had to now connect with him and kind of plug into this great powerhouse of Dada, where it was full of, and get everything what we were looking for, we would be able to find it over there.
Yes.
At the moment, after Dada's message came in, that light that I was talking about now is in our beloved Didi Krishna Kumari, who will, holding on to all of us, lead us onward, forward on Dada's path. And I think this is where I should end my amazing experience, I should say. Dada Sham.
Thank you, Uncle, and so true. I mean, Dada is always with us. Dada's ways are the best ways, and Didi is now guiding us. I mean, you've said it so beautifully, and thank you for sharing these experiences with us. We all want to know everything about Dada, and it'll never be enough. So even through just your experiences and memories, we just cannot have enough.
I'm sorry if I might have gone a little bit over my time, but it's just so much. Dada was all love.
Absolutely. So on that note, we will have a few questions for Vandana. So Vandana started her journey with Dada at a young age. And so, hi Vandana.
Hi, Dada Sham, Asha.
Dada Sham. So we all know that Dada had a very special affinity towards children. He saw in them purity, beauty, joy, and you had this rare and this golden chance to grow up knowing Dada. What was that like? Can you tell us about that experience?
Thank you, Marsha. Yes, I would firstly like to bow down and seek beloved Dada's blessings, who we owe everything in this life to. Excuse me 1 second, sorry. Everything in our lives too. May he always be with us. I would also like to offer my humblest pranams to Didi Krishna, who is a source of inspiration and a driving force that pulls us closer and closer to Dada every single day. We owe so much to her. I would like to also thank the Chennai Center for being so amazing at pulling all of us together weekly, especially through these difficult times, making us all feel so connected as part of Dada's family. Thank you to Uncle Javar Kotwani for all the hard work that he does every single week as well. Thanks to you, Marsha, for all your efforts in helping us to make today's program a success. My journey with Dada started actually when we were very young kids. As you heard about my Didi Leela, she was actually the link that connected all of us to Dada. As children, we looked up to her and we would travel to India and she would make us go with her every morning to Satsang. We were like little girls, but so excited every day to be ready to go with Didi Leela to Satsang. And my first memories when my twin sister and I met Dada we were in a very big satsang, and he was celebrating somebody's birthday that day. But he actually chose that day. He said, today I want to celebrate the two of you. I want to celebrate your birthday today. It wasn't our birthday, but as children, you get so excited to celebrate your birthday. So somebody had given Dada a shawl, which he took and he placed around the two of us. And honestly, Marsha, from that moment, there was such a divine energy shared between us that connection of love got formed from that point on. And it just kept growing and growing and growing through the years. I can't forget to say that from a young child, I always idolized Didi Krishna so much. She was my idol. I mean, I looked up to her in awe, the way she took care of Dada with such selfless love and served him. That was my goal in life. Like, if I could just be just have a little bit of that in my life, and she would let me do little things for him, and everything was so special. You know, if she said just fix this for me or iron Dada's shawl, like, I was so excited. Through the years, Dada just became my hero. He was like, I didn't have, you know, anybody in my life that I admired or loved, and he became my entire world. Like, in my room, I wanted his pictures everywhere. If there was a book that he wrote, I wanted to have it. So then as teenagers, we started singing American songs with a lot of meaning. They were love songs, but we actually would recreate them to sing to Dada, because he was like, you know, the true love of our lives. So there was one very famous song that we always sang to him, called Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. And I still dedicate that song to him. He may not be with us in the physical form, but truly nothing will ever change our love for him. He would actually be so cute, and, you know, he knew exactly what to do at every phase in our lives. And he would actually come up with beautiful songs to sing back to us. And, you know, it was just so special. Like, he was just such a big part of our lives, and we wanted to travel with him and just do anything and everything to be with him. Like, you know, it feels so real even right now.
That's so beautiful, Vandana. I mean, just hearing these like little sweet moments you had with Dada, it's such an amazing relationship and so beautiful. So, Vandana, I'm sure you have seen incidents where Dada magically like knows a person's prayer or their desire was fulfilled without even a word to him. He truly knew how to read our hearts. Is there any incident you can recall when Dada read your heart?
Yeah, Marsha, there's actually so many, but there are a couple that stand out in my mind. So, you know, when we were young, like, Dada happened to be in Hong Kong, and he was staying with my dad's brother, Uncle John, who was his host. So we were lucky enough, we wanted to go there, and we were able to go. We were teenagers, maybe 15, 16. My cousin, Shalini, Varsha, myself, we all went there with so much excitement. And Dada at that time had been talking a lot to us about daisy flowers, and how daisy and sunflowers, they always open up, and, you know, they open up and they face the sun. And he always, like, it was like a metaphor. He said, you know, we should all open our hearts to God the way that is. So we were thinking, like, we went shopping, like, what can we buy Dada? What can we buy Dada? Actually, at that time, Dada was observing silence. He wasn't actually speaking. He had moon vert. So he was just writing little things on, you know, pieces of paper to convey a message. So we had gone shopping with our cousin. We're like, we want to buy Dada something special. So we found this mug, this big mug, and it had a daisy flower on it, on the mug, a picture of a daisy flower. So like, okay, we'll buy that, and for tea time, like, we'll go and we'll give this to Dada. So that day during tea time, Dada was in silence. This whole thing was wrapped in a box. Actually, there's a picture which I'm sure they will show on the screen. Dada, on a piece of paper, without opening the box, he writes on the paper, where is the daisy? So, you know, it was such a miracle, because in our minds, we're like, how does he know that we bought him a daisy, you know? But it just showed me through that lesson, and there's so many others, that when we pray with the love of our hearts and think about Dada, and he's like ever knowing, he's so connected to what we're thinking, what we're doing. And, you know, it just was such a powerful experience. On to another quick one, you know, before getting married, I traveled to India. I was very much torn at that point in my life, because a big part of me actually just wanted to be with Dada all the time. I was kind of like, which path should I pursue. There was a very strong pull from Dada to him. And in my teenage years, I happened to go to India for 1 month on my own, just to spend some, quality time there with him. And my Didi Leela and I spent a lot of time together. I would go to Satsang every day with her and spend a lot of time with Dada too, and Didi as well, Didi Krishna. I always looked up to her. And as I was also growing up in age, I also was looking at all the things she was doing, feeling so driven and motivated to do more and more of whatever little that we could do. But there was this one picture in my Didi Leela's house that I told her on one day. I said, Didi, I love this picture. I actually have it right here. I'm going to show it to you on the screen. It's this picture of Bara Dada. And I said, today, Didi, after Satsang, I want to go to the bookstall and I want to buy this picture, because I want to take this picture back home to St. Thomas with me. She said, yeah, after Satsang, I see bookstall, maybe in Dasi, or you can buy the picture there. It just so happened that particular day, Dada invites me in the evening to come for a cup of tea. He said, "Hi, okay, I want to give you something today. I just want to give you a gift." And right on his desk was the same picture. It's his picture, actually. And he said, "I want to give you this picture. You keep it with you all the time, and it'll always remind you of Bara Dada and who Dada is to you, So that was another thing. I was like, I just was wanting that picture. The same day, Dada knew exactly what my heart wanted, and he gave it to me. So from these little experiences on, the journey kept going on and on. But more and more, I felt his presence in my life. There could be so many things going on, whether it's related to my children or the family or a friend. And he's literally played every single role in my life. When I needed a mother and father, he was there. I needed a teacher, he was the best teacher. If I needed actually a best friend, he was my best friend. He still is. I sometimes just walk away from many situations, close my eyes, just literally imagine sitting in his presence. And I ask him, what should I do right now? Or can you guide me? And all the answers are given. Dada was he given us such a wealth of knowledge and wisdom. The Bible of all his wealth and knowledge is within each and every one of our hearts. If we just reach out to him, his presence is so much there even till today. So I could go on and on, Marsha, but I know the time is traveling fast. So yeah, is my time almost up, or?
I think we have a little more time, at least for one more question.
The last question, then we can move to.
Sure. So just hearing your experiences, Vandana, strengthens my faith, and I'm sure strengthens the faith of so many who are listening. The fact that Dada read your heart and how that relationship grew and how we can all call on him, even now, even today, just like you said, close your eyes and put our questions and our queries to him. It definitely serves as a reminder for all of us to call on him and turn to him throughout our lives. So going to the last question now. Thank you all for sharing your stories. Thank you, Vandana, Chandra.
The last one story I wanted to share was the last story that my final meeting with Dada. I'll be really quick about it. But as you heard that we merged businesses together with my dad, it was Dada's gift to all of us to free him from the day-to-day, busy life that he was living. So after that merger had taken place, 2 hurricanes had taken place, so much had happened. And it was though, we were all moving our hands, but behind the scenes, like Dada literally took over all of our lives and made everything possible. So many impossible things that take forever to do. When you're merging in a business, there's multiple things that go on, but nothing felt like a big deal because he was actually taking care of everything, pulling every single string in the background. Oh, there's the daisy picture, by the way, of when Dada knew about the mug story. Just Dada's handwriting from that day when he knew we were giving him that daisy flower mug. But anyway, so yeah, I'm glad they showed it. So anyway, after the merger and everything, we were all going through so much. It was a very busy time here, actually. My parents were in India, but I felt this strong calling, like a pull, like I need to see Dada because so much I wanted to express gratitude and also ask for him to empower, everything in our lives so that we could move forward in the best way with all of his strength because he made it all possible. But anyways, to make a long story short, Dada was actually not very well at the time, and my plan to go to India somehow still happened. As I was on my way, he was actually kind of ill at the time, very frail and weak, but somehow, some way I got there. And the days that I had there, Marsha, they were like magical. It was the last time I was with Dada in his physical form. And just to end, I want to end with the short story. Dada said that I was telling Dada as I was with him, I really don't want to leave you. It's so difficult. I can't live without you. Like Dada, I can't go even one day without you. And so he said to me, he told a story, and he said, Lord Krishna had the dearest gopi, and his favorite gopi was Radha out of all the gopis. And when Lord Krishna had to leave Radha, he gave her his flute, and he said, you keep this flute within your heart, and you'll always know I'm with you forever. And Dada said that to me, kind of telling me, because I always look at him as Lord Krishna in that form. And he said to me that you have the flute of my flute within your heart forever. So I'll never leave you. You're always he's always with me, and with all of us as well. And it's just a reminder, and just want to say that Didi Krishna now, is carrying Dada's beautiful messages, and her voice is like the flute that continues to play. And may her messages always keep us connected. She's such a source of inspiration and lives a life of selfless service, and her love for Dada really is a true example that we should all follow. So I bow down to her, and I seek beloved Dada's blessings. May both of them actually bless us, so that we may live a meaningful life, one with true purpose, and really fulfill our human birth. Thank you so much, and Dada Sham.
Beautifully, beautifully said, Vandana. And it has been such a joy to relive these sweet moments with each one of you, and through this beautiful platform made possible by the Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai. So thank you, and Dada Sham.
On behalf of Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai, you had seen such a beautiful compliments. Chandru uncle, when I see you, I remember Ram Dudani from Delhi. So compliments are there. And the two English angels, Marsha and Vandana, what a beautiful, fluently English speaking, better than the English people.
Yes.
Dada's blessing on you, both of you. And Shobha and Chandru Budrani uncle, they are from Singapore. Jogan Jethani from Pune. So they are blessed, and you experienced miracles with Dada, our hero, Dada unsung hero. So it's our duty, Bade Gurudev and Dada's. And Vandana, she speak one Sindhi sentence. Very beautiful, Sister Vandana. And on behalf of Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai, this is the one of the beautiful English interaction session. And Marsha, you did wonderful job and good anchoring. And on behalf of Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai, I bow down to you, St. Thomas people, good people, like beautiful island, you are beautiful soul. Chandru uncle, Kavita auntie, Vandana didi, Marsha ji, thank you so much. And please back screen पे आप रहजो, छाकाण त हींअर प्यारे मिठड़े दादा दिलबर दादा जो उपदेश असीं ॿुधंदासीं.
Thank you, Marsha. Dada Sham.
प्यारी भेनरूं, प्यारा भाउरो, हींअर वक़्तु अची बणियो आहे असांजे मिठड़े प्यारे दादा जो उपदेश ॿुधण जो. छाकाणि त ही जेकी एक्सटेंडेड फैमिलीज़ आहिनि, किथां किथां असांखे जॾहिं मिलनि था इहे प्यारा, उन्हनि जो ब्यूटिफुल एक्सपीरियंस, मिरेकल्स, दादा जूं रहमतूं जॾहिं ॿुधाइनि था, त तमामु दादा जूं रहमतूं असांखे आसीसूं मिलनि थियूं पियूं. अचो हींअर प्यारे दादा जो तार जोड़ींदा असां सां, उन्हनि जी उहे सौगातूं, उन्हनि जूं रहमतूं, उन्हनि जो उपदेश जे माध्यम सां ॿुधूं. उन खां पहिरीं प्रोटोकॉल आहे, दादा खे हिकु धुन आहे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम, उहा जीअं पूरी थींदी त दादा जो उपदेश शुरू थींदो. प्लीज़ ध्यानु ॾींदा. दादा श्याम.
हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम,
हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम,
हरे कृष्णा हरे
कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम,
दादा श्याम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम,
दादा श्याम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम दादा श्याम।
हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम,
हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम, हरे कृष्णा हरे राम दादा श्याम।
मुंहिंजा प्यारा भाउरो, मुंहिंजूं भेनरूं, कराचीअ में रहिया पियासीं। हिक घर में, जंहिं घर जो नालो हो कृष्णा कुंज। रोज़ सत्संग थींदो हुते सुबुह जो, छंछरु ॾींहुं शाम जो गीता क्लास थींदो हो। लोक कीअं न अची कथा थींदा हुआ, गुरुदेव जी बाणी अची ॿुधंदा हुआ। इहो कृष्णा कुंज कराची डिस्ट्रिक्ट जेल जे नज़दीक हूंदो हो, जेल जे नज़दीक। हिकु ॾींहुं इन जेल मां हिकु दारो हो, कैदियुनि खे वठी ॿाहिरि निकिरे थो। उन्हनि खे वठी पियो वञे ॿनीअ ते, उन्हनि खां कमु कराइण वास्ते कैदियुनि खां कमु वठंदा आहिनि। ऐं दारो हो केतिरनि कैदियुनि खे वठी पियो वञे ॿनीअ ते। उन वक़्तु गुरुदेव साधू वासवानी पंधु पियो करे, चवे थो निहार इन्हनि कैदियुनि ॾे। मां कैदियुनि ॾे निहारियां थो। चए थो ॾिस हिननि खे कीअं हथनि ते ज़ंजीरूं आहिनि, पेरनि ते ज़ंजीरूं आहिनि। हिननि वीचारनि खे ज़ंजीरुनि में वठी पिया वञनि। पर न विसारजांइ त लोक बि ज़ंजीरुनि में अथई, लोक बि ज़ंजीरुनि में अथई। लोकनि जे हथनि ते, पेरनि ते, अखियुनि ते, कननि ते, मुख ते ज़ंजीरूं पयूं अथई। They are the fetters of desire. Prisoners of desire are the people. लोक अथई कैदी, उन्हनि खे कहिड़ियूं ज़ंजीरूं ॿधी वेठियूं आहिनि, तृष्णाउनि जूं ज़ंजीरूं। ऐं गुरुदेव मूंखे चवे थो त हिन सिख्या में जेकर तूं पंहिंजी जीवन ॿधी, कहिड़ी सिख्या? तृष्णाऊं छॾ, तलाश में निकुर। तृष्णाऊं छॾ, तलाश में निकुर। अॼोके ॾींहं जो आवाज़ अथव इहो, तृष्णाऊं छॾियो। तृष्णाउनि जे पुठियां घणो तव्हीं भिटकंदा, जन्म जन्म में तव्हीं तृष्णाउनि में भिटकिया आहियो। जन्म जन्म में अञा घणा जन्म तव्हीं तृष्णाउनि जे पुठियां भिटकंदा। तृष्णाऊं छॾियो, तलाश में निकिरो। तृष्णाऊं छॾियो, तलाश में निकिरो। ऐं मां गुरुदेव खां पुछां थो त तलाश में निकिरण वास्ते मां पाण सां छा खणी हलां? तलाश में वञिबो आहे त कान का टॉर्च खणी वञिबी आहे, कान का बत्ती खणी वञिबी आहे, लठ हथ में खणी वञिबी आहे। तलाश में निकिरबो आहे त कुझु न कुझु खणी वञिबो आहे। पोइ मां तलाश में निकिरां, मां पाण सां छा खणी वञा? गुरुदेव छा थो चवे? चवे थो हिन तलाश में घुर्ज फ़क़ति अथई प्यास जी। प्यास उथार, तूं पंहिंजे दिलि जे अंदरि प्यास उथार, पंहिंजे दिलि जे अंदरि उकीर उथार, पंहिंजे दिलि जे अंदरि इश्क उथार, पंहिंजे दिलि जे अंदरि सिक उथार। सिक हिकु सॼण वास्ते, प्यास हिकु प्रभुअ वास्ते। मुंहिंजा प्यारा भाउरो, मुंहिंजूं भेनरूं, केॾा ई रस्ता आहिनि जे प्रभुअ ॾे असांखे वठी वञनि था, पर उहे लंबा लंबा डिघा डिघा रस्ता आहिनि। अलाए केतिरा जन्म लॻी वञनि प्रभुअ खे पाइण वास्ते। केतिरा ई रस्ता आहिनि। लोक तीर्थ आस्थाननि ते वञनि था, लोक माला खणी वेठा दाना फेरीनि, लोक तिलक लॻाए वेहनि था, लोक पूजाऊं कनि था, पाठ पढ़नि था। इहे सभु रस्ता प्रभुअ ॾे वठी वञनि था, पर ॾाढा लंबा रस्ता, हे नंढो रस्तो, शॉर्ट कट टू गॉड। प्यास उथारियो, फ़क़ति असांजे दिलि अंदरि प्यास अची जागे, हिकिड़ी चिणग जागे प्यास जी, असीं सभा खां ते असांजी जीवन ई बदिलजी वेंदी। असांजी सॼी ओरिएंटेशन फिरी वेंदी। हींअर ॾिसो सॼो वक़्तु असांजा वीचार ॿाहिरि पिया भिटकनि, ॿाहिरि पिया भिटकनि। प्यास जे अची वञे, प्यार असांजे दिलि जे अंदरि जागे, त स्वाभाविक असांजा वीचार जंहिं वास्ते असांखे प्यार थिए थो ओॾे पिया वञनि। छोकिरो हो न, ऑफिस में वेंदो हो, ॾाढो सुठी तरह कमु कंदो हो। 5 बजे ऑफिस बंदि थींदी हुई, पर जेकॾहिं कमु हूंदो हो, संदसि टेबल ते वेठो हूंदो हो, 7 लॻंदा 8 लॻंदा वेठो हूंदो हो, वेठो कमु कंदो हो, चवंदो मुंहिंजो कमु आहे ही, मां ज़रूरु पूरो करे वञा। ओचितो ई ओचितो ॾिसनि था हिन जे जीवन में तब्दीली अची वई, फेरो अची वियो। 3 की न लॻंदा, 4 की न लॻंदा, वेठो घड़ियाल ॾे निहारींदो हो। चयूंसि तूं घड़ियाल ॾे वरी वरी पियो निहारी, सबबु कहिड़ो? चईं निहारियां पियो त 5 लॻनि त मां हितां उथां। अरे तूं 6 ताईं वेठो हूंदो आहीं, 7 ताईं वेठो हूंदो आहीं, कॾहिं कॾहिं त 8 ताईं वेठो हूंदो आहीं, हींअर तूं 5 बजे उथी छा कंदे? चईं 3 ॾींहुं मुंहिंजो मङणो थियो हिकु छोकिरीअ सां। बसि छोकिरी, अखर ॻधियाईं छोकिरी, छोकिरी चई संदसि धारा ई किथे चढ़ी वई। चईं छोकिरी, छा त छोकिरी? चईं सॼी दुनिया में सुहिणी छोकिरी, तंहिंसां मुंहिंजो मङणो। प्यारु लॻंदो आहे न, पोइ प्यारु जॾहिं लॻंदो आहे त सम्झिबो आहे त उहो सुहिणे सॼे दुनिया में आहे। हिकु माण्हूअ जो प्यारु लॻो वञी हिकु छोकिरीअ सां, असांजे पाड़े में रहंदो हो, हिकु छोकिरीअ सां जंहिंखे सिंहरा हुआ, पोक मार्क्स, वॾी माता थींदी आहे न, पोइ मुंहं ते सिंहरा थी वेंदा आहिनि। खांसि पुछऊं त तोखे सूंहं वास्ते हेॾो प्यारु, तुंहिंजो प्यारु हिन छोकिरीअ सां कीअं लॻो? चईं मुंहिंजे अखियुनि सां तई निहारियो हुन छोकिरीअ ॾे, तव्हांखे ई सिंहरा पिया लॻनि, पर मुंहिंजे लाइ आसमान जा तारा आहिनि, तारा पिया चिमकनि। प्यारु थींदो आहे न, पोइ इहा हालत थींदी आहे। प्यारु जॾहिं अचे थो तॾहिं अज़ ख़ुदि असांजा वीचार, असांजो मन उन पासे पियो वञे। केतिरा भाउर भेनरूं मूंखे मिलंदा आहिनि, मूंखे चवंदा आहिनि असीं छा करियूं, सांत में वेहूं था, असांजो मन पियो भिटके। मन छो न भिटकंदो? छो त मन जो प्यारु आहे संसार सां, संसारी पदार्थनि सां, संसारी रूपनि सां। जेसि ताईं मन जो प्यारु आहे संसारी रूपनि सां, संसारी पदार्थनि सां, संसार सां, तेसि ताईं मन पियो भिटकंदो संसार जे पुठियां। प्यारु ई उते अथसि न। मन जो प्यारु लॻी वञे प्यारे प्रभुअ सां त सॼो वक़्तु असीं उन जे ध्यान में जेकर रहूं। इन करे घुरी वठो, इहो खज़ानो, वॾो खज़ानो अथव। इट्स अ ग्रेट स्पिरिचुअल ट्रेजर। घुरी वठो, प्रभु तूं असांखे प्यास ॾे, तूं असांखे प्यारु ॾे, तूं असांखे उकीर ॾे, तूं असांखे अंदर में इश्क ॾे, तूं असांखे सिक ॾे, जंहिं सिक में तुंहिंजे चरणनि में वेही असीं गिलनि तां ॻोठा ॻारियूं। गुरुदेव चवे थो त प्यास जो हथियार खणो पाण सां, प्यास जो हथियार खणी तव्हीं निकिरो, तव्हांजी जय थींदी। जंहिं जंहिंखे प्यास जो हथियार मिलियो आहे, जंहिं जंहिं प्यास जे हथियार खे कीन छॾियो आहे, उहो नेठि हली मंज़िल मक़सद खे प्राप्त करे थो। मुंहिंजा प्यारा भाउरो, मुंहिंजूं भेनरूं, इहा प्यास दिलि जे अंदरि उथारियो, प्यास उथारियो, प्यास उथारियो। जंहिं दिलि जे अंदरि प्यास उथे थी, उन दिलि जे अंदरि ख़ाल पैदा थिए थो। A vacuum is produced. उहो ख़ाल प्रभु पाण अची भरे थो। प्रभु जंहिंखे वेदन बेअंत करे कोठियो आहे, प्रभु जंहिंजो अंत आहे की न, पाण अचे थो, अची इहो ख़ाल भरे थो असांजो। इहो ख़ाल तव्हीं पैदा करियो पंहिंजे अंदरि, प्यास जो, प्रेम जो, इश्क जो, उकीर जो, सिक जो। इहा सिक सॼण वास्ते अॼु जेकर हितां खणी वञो, ही सिक जो साईं अथव, सिक जो सरदार अथव, आयो सिक जो खज़ानो विरहाइण वास्ते। इहा सिक तव्हीं जेकर खणी वञो अॼु, संत सतपुरख युगे ब युगे अचनि था, इहो ई हिकु आवाज़ अची उथारीनि था, सिक उथारियो, प्यास उथारियो, तृष्णाउनि खां परे थियो, तलाश में निकिरो। ॿ पावर्स आहिनि, हिकिड़ी आहे तृष्णा, ॿी आहे सिक। तृष्णा जा असांखे छिके ज़मीन में वठी वञे थी, सिक जा असांखे उॾाए थी, मथे वठी हले थी। Desire is gravitation, aspiration, longing. The love of the heart is levitation. मथे असांखे चाढ़े वठी हले थो। शल असीं अॼु इहो वीचार पाण सां पंहिंजे दिलि अंदरि खणी वञूं, असांजे अंदरि बि सिक उथे, सिक उथे। असांजे अंदरां बि ऊन्हाईअ मां, मुख मां अचनि थियूं इहे पुकारूं, हितां थ्रोट मां, निरीअ मां इहे पुकारूं अचनि थियूं, अंदर जे ऊन्हाईअ मां अचे। कहिड़ी पुकार ताईं चवंदा हा, बाह पकड़ ले एक बार, मुंहिंजा प्रभु, मुंहिंजा प्रीतम, तूं मुंहिंजी बाह पकड़े छॾ। हिकु प्रभु न रुगो हिकु वारी बाह पकड़ींदो, कॾहिं कोन छॾींदो, तई घणो ई छॾाइण जी कोशिशि कंदा। अहिड़ी अवस्था तव्हांजी ईंदी तई छॾाइण जी कोशिशि कंदा। छो त प्रभुअ खे त पंहिंजा खेल खेलणा आहिनि न, असांजे आपे अभिमान खे मारणो आहे न, गुरूअ जो कमु ई इहो आहे। पोइ बेशक असां बाह ॾियूं था, ओॾी महिल ख़ुशि ॾाढो थियूं था त बाह असांजी गुरूअ पकड़ी आहे, पर जे गुरू हिकु वारी बाह पकड़ींदव, छॾींदव कोन, पर ॾाढी कोशिशि कंदा छॾाइण जी, छॾींदव कोन, हली पहुचाईंदव पार। मेरी बाह पकड़ ले एक बार, एक बार। प्यारो बनवारी लाल वेठो आहे न, ॾियोसि जेकर असांखे ॿुधाए इहो, मेरी बाह पकड़ ले एक बार, एक बार, एक बार।
एक बार प्रभु एक बार,
एक बार प्रभु एक बार,
बस एक बार प्रभु एक बार, मेरी बाह पकड़ लो एक बार,
मेरी बाह पकड़ लो एक बार,
मेरी बाह पकड़ लो एक बार,
मेरी बाह पकड़ लो एक बार,
मेरा हाथ पकड़ लो एक बार,
मेरा हाथ पकड़ लो एक बार,
मेरी बाह पकड़ लो एक बार,
मेरी बाह पकड़ लो एक बार।
ओम ब्रह्म कृपा ही केवलम, कृष्ण कृपा ही केवलम, गुरु कृपा ही केवलम। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
प्रभु तेरी ही कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, करते हो तुम प्रभु जी, मेरा नाम हो रहा है। दादा तेरी ही कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, तकलीफ और तंगी में नूरी एक तो ही मददगार, उठाए हैं अंजलि के जन्मों के सारे भार, करता नहीं मैं कुछ भी, सब काम हो रहा है, करते हो तुम ओ दादा, मेरा नाम हो रहा है। दादा तेरी ही कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, ओ सब काम हो रहा है, ओ सब काम हो रहा है।
दादा श्याम। प्यारी बहनों, प्यारा भावरो, प्रभु आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। दादा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। जेको अॼु सुठो इंटरेक्शन हुयो ऑल द वे फ्रॉम सेंट थॉमस USA मां असांजी सखरानी फैमिली जो, असांजी प्यारी भेण मार्शा जेकी को एंकरिंग पई करे, चवंदा आहिनि प्रभु पंहिंजा कम पाण कंदो आहे। त कुझु हिकिड़ो सुहिणो 1 मिंट जो भॼन असांजी सखरानी फैमिली जो गॾियल टिनी जो, वंदना असांजी भेण जो, कविता आंटी जो एंड चंद्रू अंकल जो, सखरानी फैमिली, मां चाहींदुमि स्क्रीन ते अचनि ऐं उन्हनि जो जेको 1 मिंट जो पार्ट रहिजी वियो आहे। ज़रूरी आहे छाकाणि त इहा यादगिरी कॾहिं कॾहिं दिलि जी दॿली मां निकिरंदी आहे। त ऑल द वे फ्रॉम सेंट थॉमस USA मां अॼु विश्व जा जेके बि दादा जा अनुयायी श्रद्धालु भक्त आहिनि, उहे तव्हांखे अॼु दिलि सां ॿुधो अथऊं ऐं तव्हांखे सुठा कॉम्प्लीमेंट बि ॾिना अथऊं ऐं दादा जी ब्लेसिंग दी अथऊं। मुंहिंजी रिक्वेस्ट आहे त मूंखे जॾहिं ख़बर पई तव्हां सुठो भॼन बि ॻाईंदा आहियो, त ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ साधु वासवानी सेंटर चेन्नई अगरि काई भुल चुक थी हुजे त माफ़ कजो। एंड मां रिक्वेस्ट थो कयां तव्हांखे प्लीज़ हिकु इहो सुठो भॼन तव्हां टिनी खे रिक्वेस्ट थो कयां प्लीज़ भॼन।
Dada Sham, we just wanted to sing a few lines of a bhajan that makes us feel Dada's presence every single day.
हिक हिक आखर में जो शल तुंहिंजी महिमा गाए, हिक हिक विचार में जो पियो तोखे साराए, हृदय में हरि नाम से वने मामा सब मरी, तू ही तू दादा, तू ही तू, एक तू ही तू दादा, तू ही तू उचार्या वरी वरी, एक तू ही तू दादा, तू ही तू, एक तू ही तू दादा, तू ही तू उचार्या वरी वरी, उचार्या वरी वरी। दादा श्याम।
चंद्रू अंकल, जेको तव्हां रॉबरी वारो केस अॼु ॿुधायो आहे न इंसिडेंट, त दादा हिकु दफ़ो सुठी ॿुधायो, चयो हिकिड़े माण्हू जो चङो नुक़सानु थी वियो, हुनजी सॼी फैक्ट्री खे बाहि लॻी वई, त 2 ॾींहंनि खां पोइ हुन वॾी लेविश पार्टी ॾिनई, त जंहिंखे फ़ोन कयईं भई सभु अचिजो, सभु हैरान थी विया, भई चरियो थी वियो आहे भई जॾहिं हिन फैक्ट्री खे एॾो लॉस थी वियो अथसि, ही लेविश पार्टी थो रखे, त हुननि खे वञण में हिजाब पियो थिए, भई नुक़सानु थी वियो अथसि ऐं लेविश पार्टी थो ॾे, कीअं वञूं असां। पर हाणे चऊं वञिणो त पवंदो, छाकाणि त हाणे हुन फ़ोन ते सॾायो आहे, विया, पोइ हेॾी वॾी लेविश पार्टी ॾिसी करे हुनजे चेहरे ते ॾाढी स्माइल हुई, जीअं तव्हां कविता आंटी खिले थी पई, वंदना दीदी खिले थी पई, तव्हां खिलो था पई, सभु खिलनि पिया। त हुनखां हिकिड़े ॼणे डिॼी करे पुछियो, भई तुंहिंजो एॾो लॉस थी वियो आहे, त तंहिंखां तूं एॾी लेविश पार्टी थो ॾीं, त असांखे घबराहट थी थिए, ईअं छो भला? चई मां पार्टी इन करे थो ॾियां त मूं वटि जेको कुझु हुयो उन मां जेको बचियो आहे उन ख़ुशीअ में थो ॾियां पियो।
Thank God, thank you God.
Thank you.
शुक्र
पॉजिटिव जीअं तव्हां ॿुधायो, तव्हां उन वक़्तु ॿाहिरि हुया, दादा सां गॾु हुया, सेफ हुया, कविता आंटी तव्हां, एंड उन वक़्तु दादा पंहिंजा चमत्कार ॾेखारिया, गवर्नर अची विया, कमिश्नर अची विया। त जॾहिं चवंदा आहियूं असां हर ॻाल्हि में क़बूल कंदा आहियूं, शुकराना मञींदा आहियूं, ऐं उनजे पुठियां कोई न कोई हिकिड़ो राज़ हूंदो आहे। त तव्हां हमेशह पॉज़िटिव रहिया आहियो, अॼु तमामु सुठी तव्हां प्रेरणा ॾिनी, ऐं तव्हांजो जेको फेथ आहे, you are true disciple of beloved Dada, and we are happy to have you on Sadhu Vaswani Centre-Chennai.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
प्यारी भेनरूं, प्यारा भाउरो, अचो हाणे जेको अॻिलो सत्संग आहे नेक्स्ट, दैट इज गांधी जयंती 2 अक्टूबर। इट्स अ वेरी ग्लोबल वर्चुअल सत्संग, जंहिंमें असांजी महाराष्ट्र जी राजधानी मुंबई ऐं इंडिया जो वॾो में वॾो देश सिटी मुंबई, प्यारी मुंबई मां असांजा सुठा सेंटर्स, असांजी भेण पूनम मलानी, तमामु सुठी स्पीकर आहे, सोलफुल भजन ॻाइण वारी असांजी भेण रेशमा, याशना, मुर्तिजा, उन खां पोइ विमल, तमामु सुठा सुठा इहे असांजा प्यारा दादा जा एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली जा गुल, उन्हनि जो गुलदस्तो तव्हां ॾिसंदा। गांधी जयंती ते 2 अक्टूबर सैटरडे शाम जो 6:30 खां 8 ताईं। त हिकु दफ़ो वरी तव्हां सभिनी खे धन्यवाद। अॼु जेके असांजा जकार्ता जा आशीष भैया हुया, उन्हनि जा सोलफुल भजन एंड सेंट थॉमस यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स जा जेके बेस्ट आइलैंड मां, ब्यूटिफुल आइलैंड मां सखरानी फैमिली, ऐं असांजी को एंकर मार्शा वाधवा, उन्हनि सभिनी खे चरण वंदन ऐं धन्यवाद। प्यारे दादा जूं तव्हां ते खोड़ खोड़ आसीसूं हुजनि, ऐं जेके देश विदेश मां असांजा हेॾा ॼणा जुड़िया, उन्हनि सुठा सुठा असांखे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स ऐं कमेंट ॾिना। दादा जी ब्लेसिंग ॾिनियूं असांजे मथां, हमेशह असां ते आसीसूं कंदा रहो। ऐं हींअर तव्हीं जिते बि हुजो, प्यारे दादा जो नाम सिमरन कंदा रहो, सुख सां हुजो, शांतीअ सां हुजो, सुरक्षित हुजो, महफ़ूज़ हुजो। दादा श्याम।